Thank you all for joining us tonight for the gpac post-game press conference. We have head coach Tim Bergstrasser and student-athlete Jacob Beeninga from Minnesota State University, Moorhead. The Dragons are advancing to the semifinals in the 2023 NSIC men's basketball tournament after their quarterfinal win over Sioux Falls. We'll start off with an opening statement from head coach Tim Bergstrasser and then open it up for any questions. Coach?
Well, coming into tonight, we knew it was basically going to be a football match or a wrestling match and a very physical game, and that's just how Sioux Falls likes to play. And I thought our guys responded really well to that. And I give so much credit to Sioux Falls, and just they go literally every single time. Like, they just play balls to the wall nonstop. So I give a lot of credit to them. And we defended pretty dang well, so I give a lot of credit to our guys as well. You know, defensively, we were really locked in, forcing them to do a lot of tough shots in that first half. Second half, you know, they came out ready to go, and they were on fire. And I mean, Matt Cartwright, I mean, he's a phenomenal scorer, and he's just going to get his. So we got to try to do the best we can to just force him into tough ones. But I like just the overall fight. They had 17 offensive rebounds, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually happy with how we performed on the glass. But I mean, again, just so much credit to Sioux Falls because they're just a bunch of warriors.
Coach, I mean, complete domination from the beginning. I mean, what was the preparation like going into this game that you feel allowed, you know, your guys to get up for a game like this and really just kind of take over from the beginning?
Yeah, so Sioux Falls, they'd run a lot of actions. Like, every single time they're running something. So, like, there was a lot of prep for us going into this game, and it was nice when you get a couple more days to prep for these guys rather than just, like, an hour shoot-around. So I thought our guys, and we don't try to change up too much what we do, but I just think our guys, their sense of awareness and just their intensity and just using their voice consistently on every possession, I think that's what just had us going defensively. And again, they were hitting some tough shots, but we were forcing them into a lot of tough ones too. But we really try to focus on our prep and understand how important that is going into every week. And, you know, we're just lucky. We got a bunch of guys that have just been there and done that. So sometimes I'm just trying to stay out the way.
Right, you mentioned that you forced them into a lot of tough shots. 5 for 33 from 3 is what they shot, and that's it's a tall task. Like you said, they're always running stuff, a lot of action to get guys some clear looks. I mean, what can you say about your guys' defensive effort tonight, just from the beginning? You know, to force a team that can shoot the ball to only hold them to just 5 made threes for the night.
Yeah, I give them all the credit, man. They were ready to play, and they know. I mean, when we were at their place, it went into overtime, and Cartwright had 45. But we understand as a team, especially at this point of the year, we got to guard. And, you know, we believe that we have a talented offensive team. But if we want to have some fun, you know, in the postseason, whatever you want to call it, we need to play some defense. And, you know, I think it just comes down to you buckling down, digging in, and just trying to outwork your opponent and make things tough for them. And in this league, there's guys are still going to hit all these crazy acrobatic shots, and that's just NSIC for you. So we're just going to try to make sure it's as tough as it can be for them.
Jacob, what's it like when you're out there and everything's clicking? I mean, a 46-17 first half that's about as good as it gets. What's it like when you're out there, everybody's clicking, everybody's feeling good, the ball's moving around, guys are hitting shots, guys are getting stops? What's it like when it's out there happening in real time?
I mean, it's a fun feeling, man. I mean, when things are clicking like that, you know, it's just almost like the sea is opening for us, and we just play with pace, and, you know, it's fun, man. It's fun, and especially when you just look in your dude's eyes and you just know they're locked in as much as you are, and, man, it's just the best feeling in the world.
Could you describe what it was like playing in that atmosphere too? I mean, Sioux Falls, obviously, that's where the Pentagon is, and those folks came out. They showed a lot of love, but it almost didn't seem like it fazed you guys even the slightest. Any comment on what it was like to play in that atmosphere, and any kind of maybe words of encouragement or that you guys were saying to each other to kind of just keep the noise out and focus on the task at hand?
I mean, me personally, that's what I dream of. You know, that gives me the shivers thinking about it. You know, everyone in the building against us, and you know your teammates are with you, and, you know, we're kind of just saying to each other, like, we're good, like, just stay level. And that's something that Bergie said to us all year is, like, you know, there's going to be ups and downs in the season. You just got to stay level, stay controlled. And, you know, I think we have some experienced guys, been there, done that, like Coach said. And, you know, I don't know, me personally, I just love playing atmospheres like that. It almost raises my game an extra level, I feel like.
And obviously, you know, these are, you know, you guys are two teams, both of you, that are, you know, in the top of the Central Region rankings. So what kind of a statement does this send to not just, you know, the Central Region, but to maybe perhaps the whole country?
You know, I mean, I'm not really too worried about that. You know, Bergie just says one game at a time, and we really internalize that. And I think we just let our game speak for ourselves. And, you know, whatever, if the Central Region want to notice, if the nation want to notice, I mean, it don't matter to us. We're right here. We're ready to go. So we're just on to tomorrow, and whatever anyone else wants to think about us, let them do that. We just got guys in our locker room that we're going to stick with.
Coach, you mentioned that you were fortunate to have the prep time you had for Sioux Falls, and then here we go. It's tournament time. It's survive and advance. So you joked about an hour shoot-around. That's probably about what you're going to get to prepare for tomorrow. Does anything change, or how do you approach such a quick turnaround?
It's like a 25-minute shoot around tomorrow, but it's more so like we'll do a little bit of a walkthrough, but it's really more so just getting out and moving and getting some shots up. But we played Bemidji not too long ago, so it'll be a lot more review. After watching today, it doesn't look like they've created too many new things. There's a lot of things, and we've watched film already on that one that we got to get better at, and we know that, and that's how it's always going to be. But we're just going to keep sticking to our routine, and we're going to wake up and watch some scout and have a great shoot around and get some much-needed rest and get ready to compete again.
And then lastly, I feel like it's easy to see a performance and a score and a win like tonight and be satisfied. But at the same time, not that you have some glaring concerns, but what are some things that you specifically would want to tighten up before you get going tomorrow against Bemidji State, who they played really well the other day, and I'm sure you'll be the first to admit that every game at this stage of the year is going to be a tough game. So any specific things that you'd like to tighten up as you get ready and prepare and hopefully try and advance to the final?
Yeah, we always want to try to get better, and that's it's a very basic statement, but that's how we've been talking ever since we started this year. We need to keep just tightening up our defense. Tonight was pretty good, and there's still some mistakes made tonight too defensively, and we're going to keep on trying to find ways to correct those things. And then offense, so we do believe that we have some guys that can create for themselves and score, but we still need to try to get that balance of just playing some team basketball at the same time. But it's more of a flow of the game thing. But defensively, we're just going to keep trying to focus on that and then let the offense come from that.
Kind of a question for both of you. Obviously up 46-17 at the half. What was that conversation like in the locker room from Coach, but also from Jacob, from you guys as players to each other to just stay calm and come back out and continue to fight for that second half then?
We just kept it pretty simple in that you got to stay hungry. Like there are still some things that we needed to fix, or we just need to keep doing better. Or, just keep doing what we've been doing. That's kind of been our motto here, just do more in the same way. And we knew they were going to get hot right away. They knew that they're frustrated. I'm sure Coach lit them up a little bit at halftime. So we just needed to respond. I thought we did. But I'll give a lot of credit to our guys. They just got to keep responding those moments because they're going to keep coming.
Yeah, I don't know. For us as players, we usually get 4 to 5 minutes before coaches come in and talk. And obviously we're encouraging each other. It's a pretty good feeling being up, whatever it was. But at the same time, we played these guys a month or two ago or whatever, and we'd be up 5 or 7 in that game, and then they'd come right back and get hot. So we were just laser focused in the locker room saying, we know those guys are going to fight. This could potentially be their season, however the Central region shakes out. So we just knew it. We had to come out even stronger than we did in the first half, do the best that we could to do that.
Awesome. Jacob, Coach, thanks for your time in the GPAC post-game interviews, and good luck in the semifinals.
Thank you.
Thank you.